Okay. Hello there.
Hey, George.
You're going to be talking about that spying scandal.
Yeah. It involves...
Industrial espionage.
Industrial espionage. That's what the Brazilians are saying. It involves Petrobras. And it's the leader, really. It's the leader in the world for this deep water oil sort of exploration. The US government, the NSA, saying, look, you know, this is all about safeguarding, you know, US or safeguarding America. But Brazil says, this has nothing to do with terrorism. This is to do with, as you said, corporate espionage. Thanks, Georgie. Hello there. The American spying scandal, it has taken another, well, unexpected twist today. Previously, the US National Security Agency said that its spying around the world was purely in the interests of national security. But despite these assurances, documents that were released on Brazil's Globo TV have now been revealed, I should say, that the NSA also tapped into, right here, Petrobras. This is, again, the flagship Brazilian oil company. An official from the NSA told Globo that the agency, well, it gathers economic information, not to steal secrets, but to watch for financial instability. But Brazil's President Dilma Rousseff says it is evident that the reason for the attempted espionage is not security, but for economic and strategic benefits. Petrobras has discovered, I should say, certainly some of the biggest offshore oil reserves in recent years. So let's get more. Lots to talk about. Jimena Blanco, she's Senior Latin America Analyst from Maplecroft, joins us from our news studio. Jimena, great to have you with us. Well, let me start with what I was just mentioning to George. This is basically Brazil going, hang on, America, you looking into Petrobras has got nothing to do with terrorism. You're doing this. This is industrial espionage. That's what Brazil's saying.
Well, yes, I think, you know, this has been for the Brazilian government the proverbial, you know, straw that broke the camel's back. You know, there's been many allegations of different levels of NSA spying on Brazilian officials, President Rousseff herself, and now Petrobras. So I think for the Brazilian government, this is demanding, you know, a stronger response and asking the US government what is the true extent of this operation and has it gone further into other Brazilian commercial interests or other Brazilian state-owned enterprises.
Indeed, because we know that President Rousseff was supposed to be going to the White House, right, to Washington, big state affair there in late October. They've put that off now until they hear this explanation. But just paint the picture for us. What is the political and commercial relationship at the moment between the US and Brazil?
Well, I mean, the relations between the two have been cooling down for some time, especially since President Rousseff's predecessor, Lula da Silva, was in power. However, for the United States, Brazil is clearly a priority in the region, a region that over the past decade has lost the priority that it traditionally had for the United States government. And President Obama's welcoming of President Rousseff and throwing a state dinner for her in late October is a clear indication of the United States' intention to increase and improve on those relations.
And just briefly, a clear indication, I would imagine, because Brazil, and correct me if I'm wrong, has been trying to play the leader, if you will, right, of Latin America, South America, especially when you've got others in that region that have had closer links lately to Iran.
Absolutely. I mean, Brazil has been trying historically and especially over the past decade with its level of growth and the expansion of its own domestic market to exert itself as the leader of the region and in some respect displays the United States as such. As you mentioned, some countries, you know, especially the likes of Venezuela, Ecuador, Nicaragua, maybe even Argentina to some extent, have increased their commercial relations and diplomatic ties with Iran. And while Brazil has increased commercial relations with Iran, you know, this will put some pressure regionally from other governments on Brazil to take a more anti-US stance. However, you know, that said, I don't think this will mean Brazil will be breaking relations, either commercial or diplomatic, with the United States anytime soon.
Well, it's certainly a story we'll be keeping across, and no doubt we'll probably talk to you again about it sometime soon. Jimena, thank you very much. We appreciate your time. Jimena Blanco joining us from Maplecroft there.